we having fun yet? Don't start. Let's see. You're somewhere in 2014, so I'm guessing you're right in the middle of that crazy accelerated growth you wanted. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Talk to me. What's going on? Let me just give you let me remind you what's going on in my world. What was going on in our world around this time of your life? Dude, we have over $400,000 in receivables. All right, making payroll like every other Friday is like a nightmare. I have no idea. And the thing is, oh yeah, just go collect the money. No big deal, Chris. Yo, here's the deal. A third of it, contractually, I can maybe move on, right? But then, if I flex on these people, I'm a startup. They'll just go find somebody else. I'm very replaceable. There's nothing I can do, right? These are $100 million companies. They're just pushing their cash flow problems onto us. But what am I gonna do? I can't go to the bank. We try to go to the banks. 2 years of tax returns, or we can't do anything. No line of credit, no nothing. Even though I have contracts that can prove that. So I can factor it for like 25%. But most of these people, they want things that are just unfeasible. I don't have them. We're a startup. There's no resources, even though I've proven that this thing works and this thing is viable. What am I supposed to do? I have employees in the field, 300 of them, by the way, across the country. It's just their paychecks. They're expecting living expenses like hotels, food, travel. I mean, I get calls every single morning at 4 or 5 o'clock because cards are getting declined here or there or wherever. Like, I can't sleep, I can't breathe, there's no escape. Every single hour, some other problem that I have to fix. I feel like a fireman that doesn't get paid for putting out fires. We've grown 1,000% in revenue. 1,000% in the last 8 months. You know how much of that I've seen? And I'm the one that sacrificed. I'm the one that has done all this to even exist. And most of my employees make more money than I do. I did my laundry in my bathtub. I jogged to my office. I lost a silly amount of weight. Not because I was trying to lose weight, because I literally couldn't afford food. And this is the payoff. This is the big reward. This is the we made it moment. I'm stressed out of my mind. I'm getting bullied and pushed around by people that are supposed to be my strategic partners, right? We're in this together, we're partners. And they're treating me like dog. It's ridiculous. My wife doesn't deserve this. I don't deserve this. It's insane. I can't keep doing this. This is not what I signed up for. I'm flying red eyes all the time. I drove the distance from New York to LA and halfway back in 10 days. I'm literally plugging in wherever I can plug in. I don't know what else to do. There's nothing else that I can do. I have poured my heart and my soul and everything into this. Feel better? Not really, Yoda. Anything else you want to give me as far as advice? Do you remember why you're doing this? Dude, what are you getting at? I'm not saying I'm quitting. I know you're not. That's not what I'm saying. Do you remember why you wanted to start this business? Not just any business. This one in the first place. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to grow this thing and get us over the hurdle so we can acquire the things that we need and move forward and grow. Revenue is not growth. It's one of the levers. But you're a CEO now. You can't play all the instruments. You have to learn how to be the maestro. The old delegate advice, real nice. Then let me ask you this. How come every time I delegate, I end up having to go back and do the work myself, plus fix the mess? Look, remember when you were first learning your times tables and your teacher was really patient and made sure you had all the resources you needed so you could keep building on that knowledge? Yeah. Same concept. Your job is now to lead. Your job is to put people in positions where they can thrive and grow. Right now, you're just putting people in positions and just expecting them to do the job that you do. It's not only unfair, it's unrealistic. A company, it needs to be viewed like a living organism. Everything works harmoniously and it flows naturally. And that's gonna take time, sure. But slowly you're gonna learn how to look at your business differently. Analyze where you're weak, the things that need to be fixed. Know where things are headed, where the industry is trending, and what you need to do and the resources you need to acquire to navigate that seamlessly. Okay. So think before you had this $400,000 in receivables, what could you have done? The bank is not the only option. Calculate your steps. Think strategically. This is chess. It's not checkers. And for the love of God, slow down. What is this infatuation with hitting revenue milestones? Focus on building a healthy and thriving organization. Ignore whatever silly pressure you feel to scale rapidly. The irony is that's the secret to high growth. Not forcing sales and putting pressure on delivery. And this leverage nonsense. If you have strategic partners you're working with and they're not willing to work with you and meet you where you're at, that's not a business relationship that you want to be in. It's your job to protect what you've worked so hard and sacrificed for, not to acquiesce to their demands. And right now, you're training them how to treat you. I understand. Now look, I know you've been through a lot, and I know it's confusing because you've never applied yourself this much, and you've never worked so hard and poured your heart and your soul into something to still be struggling so mightily. Remember, it's called growing pains, not growing pleasures. Take a step back, take a deep breath, and focus on putting your people and your business in position for the long term, not just for short-term gain. And lastly, have you thought about an accountability group or a mastermind group of people that are running similar businesses? There's no way you're the only person that's going through these challenges you're experiencing. Use the resources that you have available to you. And if those people don't have connections or they don't know the answer, surely they'll have somebody that does. Quit acting like you're alone. You're never alone. You never will be. Celebrate your wins. Don't just get caught up on the next steps, the next goal, the next milestone, just places to mount your flag. Pull your inner circle in tight. Lean on that amazing fiance of yours. She's 1 in a million. And I promise you, she supports you and believes in you way more than you could ever imagine right now. That's the stuff that matters. Everything else, it'll sort itself out. Just be patient, man. Great things are coming.
Thank you.